Welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, Daniel James, and if you're new here, welcome. Today I want to talk about how do we push through the discomfort. When we're stepping out of our comfort zone, when we're trying to improve in one area of our life, whether that be relationships, careers, financially, or even just our health and fitness, how do we push through that initial discomfort that oftentimes leads to us stepping back into our comfort zone? The comfort zone is a really nice place. It's really nice, it's easy, and it reminds me of the quote that a ship at a dock is safe, but that is not what ships are designed for. When we're in our comfort zone, it can feel really, really nice. But for me, that comfort zone is an illusion. For me, if we're not moving forward, by definition, we're moving back, because life and everything around us is constantly changing. People, situation, events, things, everything is constantly changing. So if we're sat there in our comfort zone, it's actually a false sense of security. We're kind of not improving, we're going backwards. So how do we then take that first initial step and embrace that discomfort? Well, for me, the first thing to realize is that fear and growth go hand in hand, because on the other side of fear is growth. And growth is the thing that we're seeking out. So it's important to understand that when we get that feeling of discomfort, it's because we're stepping into the unknown. By stepping out of our comfort zone, we're stepping into something that is new to us, it can be uncomfortable to us, and there's meant to be discomfort that comes with that. The reason why we're afraid is normally because we don't necessarily back ourselves to overcome the thing that we are now trying to do. But how many times in your life have you had this discomfort? How many times in your life have you had that discomfort, felt that fear, and still pushed through and overcome and got to the side? I bet more times than you actually think. So just have a second. When was the last time you pushed through that discomfort and that fear, and on the other side of it was the growth you were searching for? Because we need to start reframing fear as growth. Because whenever we step out of that comfort zone, it is going to be scary. It is going to be scary because it is unknown. And that's okay. But for me, that discomfort's there as the universe's way of asking, do you really want this thing that you've just said that you want? Or do you just kind of want it? So we get that discomfort, that initial bit of friction. That's the universe's way of just saying, listen, like you've said you want this, but do you actually? And 9 times out of 10, we're not aware that this is part of the journey. This is part of the test. So we get that discomfort, like, Joe, we'll go back to that comfort zone. But what if the universe is saying, do you want this? If you do, you're going to have to earn it. Because this is the point of that discomfort. Hey guys, if you're enjoying this video, please smash that thumbs up button. It helps with YouTube algorithm to get the video out there to help more people that may need to hear this message. If you don't want to miss any future episodes, hit that subscription button. And now back to the episode. You grow through the discomfort. You grow through it to become the person that can do and have the thing that you ultimately want to get. Whether that be a better relationship, better career perspectives, or again, improved health and fitness, whatever that may be. That fear and that growth, we have to go through that. That's part of the journey. Now, an interesting story about how bad did you want it? It made me laugh because it makes me think of yesterday morning. So I come downstairs 6:30 in the morning for my morning cup of coffee. Turn on the coffee machine and straight up, bam, there it is. Refill water tank. So I was like, the universe is testing me here. Like, how badly do I want that coffee? Turns out really badly because it's 6:30. So I take the water out, do all that, put it back in again. Empty coffee grounds container. Oof. How bad do I want this coffee? Still really bad. Still 6:30. I still need this to get going. So empty the coffee grounds, put it back in again. Empty drip tray. So then again, put it out, empty drip tray. There it is, bam, and I have my cup of coffee. When I've sat there, it made me appreciate that cup of coffee so much more because I had to do a little bit of work for it. Now, I'm not for a single second comparing that coffee machine analogy to you trying to better yourself in your career, your relationships, financially, or in your health and fitness. I'm not at all. But the principle there is the same. How badly did I want that cup of coffee? Because had it come to 12 o'clock and I went to get that same cup of coffee, I probably would have been like, do you know what? I don't really want it that bad. Because I wasn't willing to go through the little tests that have been put before me to get the thing that I really wanted. So for me, this test, the discomfort, is all part of the process, because everything in life is hard until you learn how to do it. Until you navigate that discomfort, how are you ever going to become a better version of yourself? How are you ever going to get the thing that you want if you aren't willing to go through the hard times? If you aren't willing to learn how to do the things you need to do in order to have the result that you want? Nothing's going to be handed to us. No one is coming on a white horse to save you and give you the thing that you ultimately want. And even if they did, even if someone came right now and bam, here's £5 million, you'd be like, oh, damn, that'd be amazing. But would it? Because you haven't gone through the hard times to actually understand how hard it is to make that £5 million. You haven't gone through the discomfort of making that, the fear of the unknown. You haven't learned the skills. So you will not be able to hold on to that money because you haven't become the person that can handle that amount of money. You haven't become the person that's earned that amount of money. And this is why, if you look at the people that win the lottery, there's a statistic, I think it's 85% of people that win the lottery after 5 years are worse off than when they started. Why is that? Because they've just been handed the end result without doing any of the work that almost qualifies them to get that thing. This challenge, this discomfort, lean into it, understand it. It is part of growth. You can't have growth without the discomfort. You need that discomfort to qualify you. You need that discomfort to teach you. You need that discomfort to keep you going and remind you, how badly do you want that thing? And then when you get to the other side and you look back, you will see that that discomfort right there allowed you and enabled you to take all of these amazing lessons that you can now take into the next challenge you face. Because once you go through that initial discomfort and you get to that end result, it doesn't stop there, because that will then become your new comfort zone. And we keep repeating the cycle, And just like on computer games, when you complete that first level, you take all the skills and abilities that you got and earned, keyword, you earned them by going through that discomfort. You take all those skills onto level 2. And that's how we've got to see it. Embrace that discomfort. But ask yourself, when was the last time you did? And how much growth actually came from the other side of that fear? As always, if you've taken any value from today's episode, don't forget to like and share it with a friend. If you're listening on Spotify or Apple Podcast, think about leaving us a review. It'd be massively appreciated. Until next time, take it easy.